Poetry is.
Poetry is.
Poetry is creativity and love.
Communicating.
Expression.
Loving.
Freedom.
Poetry is the voice of the people.
America, in its inception, is a radical revolutionary concept. It was this idea of breaking free from a colonial power so that we could have freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of belief. So at our very core, our country is about freedom of speech. Welcome to Wednesday Night Open Mic at Busboys and Poets.
An open mic event is where people sign up. They're not professionals in the poetry venue, and they sign up because they wrote this awesome poem that they want people to hear.
Miracles are nothing more or less than the pen in my hand and the people I choose to love. Miracles are nothing more or less than my own trust in my perceptions, and I perceive that it's time to manifest my own.
It's stories, it's emotion, it's a human connection, and it creates a further discussion.
Being a poet makes me feel liberated.
No matter where you come from, no matter what kind of background you have, there's a type of poetry that is a way for you to express yourself.
Our vision will clear so we can see we were wrong. Stereotypes, prejudices, biases gone. To create one whole people in a brotherhood that's strong.
So you have a place to perform, you have a place to interact, to connect, and it brings the politics and the art and the community all together. It's pretty amazing.
Thank you very much for coming out with us today. I'm always glad to be here at Busboys and Poets.
Busboys and Poets is a coffee shop and a dining area and a lounge and a bookstore and a performance space. It's all of those things. For me, I see it as I'm providing a platform for people. And I think the more open speech you have in a public forum, the more likely you are to have a stronger and more vibrant democracy.
You've got to love what you're doing, and the people that are there are loving the fact that they're there to hear it. But it's that joy that you take that says, I'm alive, and this is what I'm thinking, and that's joy, and that's love.
I hope that others can make use of it and be able to continue to advance the ideals of open society and free speech.
Give thanks, y'all. You have a good evening.
This is the 25th annual Walk Against Hunger, raising money to help feed hungry people throughout the Hartford, Connecticut area. Our goal today is to raise $450,000. It's the largest fundraiser to help fight hunger in the state of Connecticut. One of the things I love about this event is the diversity of the event. We have both Christian congregations and Jewish congregations. We also have the Muslim Association of Connecticut with a whole team wearing t-shirts that say Muslims Against Hunger.
We actually ended up with around 80 people fighting against hunger as Muslims, so we're very proud of our community.
The Prophet's hadith is that if they don't have a meal, you shouldn't sleep. So it's incumbent on us to make sure that our neighbors, whether they're in the inner cities or wherever they are represented and are fed and everything else.
Mitzvah means commandment, and in our tradition, we were commanded by God to perform acts of love and kindness. For us, the oneness of God means the oneness of everybody, and we need to join with all people, of all faiths, all religions, all races, and work together to make this a perfect world.
It speaks a lot for the diversity in America, that that we're one family when we come to stand up for the values that America values and Islam values, and our values are very much the same.
The impact should be that this is not a one-day-a-year affair, but rather that this should happen every single day, and everybody should have in the front of their minds that this is what we're here to do, to help others and help each other.
I'm Suhaila Ayman, and I'm the Vice President of the Lebanese American Heritage Club in Dearborn, Michigan. The city of Dearborn is a suburb outside of Detroit, Michigan, and is home to the largest concentrated population of Arab Americans in the United States. There's this wonderful camaraderie between the cultures and various events that we have in the community that people of all nationalities are coming together to share their experiences and learn more about each other. The Arab International Festival takes place annually in the middle of June for all to come and enjoy and take part in. My family has been involved in the festival since it began 13 years ago. Both Mom and Dad helped to organize the festival. Now, over a decade later, I work on the main stage in order to pull all of the acts together. My sister Shadia assists me on the main stage, and my brother works security. My mother and father paved the way for us to embrace our culture and embrace our faith. With my mother being born and raised in the city of Dearborn and my dad immigrating from Lebanon, was a perfect blend of East meeting West. At home, we're not the typical Arab household. I grew up on hot dogs and tacos and pizza, where other Arab children grew up eating falafel and shawarma.
What did you think, Uncle Fred? Do you feel like you lose your culture being in Florida outside of Dearborn?
Perfect example. The only thing I regret moving there is this kind of atmosphere. But this is a good opportunity to come back, visit family.
You take for granted that you have this familiar atmosphere. And really, like, the festival brings the entire community together.
Whatever there's in music, there's Arab.
The city of Dearborn is transformed during the Arab International Festival. We shut down over a mile of what we call Little Arabia. And it's not just an Arab festival, but it's a festival for all communities to come and enjoy and take part in.
Basically, we wait for these 3 days all year round, and when it does come around, we make sure we make time for it.
I have my small son here. Helps him learn about his heritage, even though we're over here. Helps him learn about that and the different people that he can meet.
It's a family environment here, where everybody is now brothers and sisters as opposed to being strangers. And I think everybody's looking to learn more about their neighbor and to experience their traditions and their culture.
It brings the communities together. It shows us as a community what we have to offer.
It's good. It's a way to show all Arabs, non-Arabs, just what the Arab culture is all about.
My sister, يعني أختي هون عايشة بديربون، أخواتي وهيك يعني مثل ما انكم شايفين يعني أنا هون يعني بيجي لهون مثلا كل سنة، وأنا جيت لهون عشان أكثر شيء شوف ميكس يعني شوي عربي شوي أمريكان.
Everybody gets along at the festival. Put some good food and some great music and everybody's ready for a good time. You'll find that people tend to just let go and enjoy themselves and forget that they're Lebanese or Yemeni and Iraqi, and they just embrace one another as human beings.